Welcome again to the Walden Kitchen. My name is Chef Rick Adams and I am the executive chef here at the Walden Yacht Club. This is a cooking demonstration in the series of Cooking Light. Now to me, cooking light, yes, means the obvious. You want to save some of the calories, and in the restaurant business a lot of times fat does mean flavor. But also cooking light to me means make it easy on yourself, okay? So today we're going to prepare a simple steak entree for two using several different kinds of beef, no matter what your budget allows. And it is going to be cooking light in the calorie sense, as well as the let's make it easy on ourselves because everybody works sense. And so here on our platter, our mise en place, as we always say, if you have everything ready ahead of time, it's a 1, 2, 3 assembly process. And that's what we've done here. The night before we boiled our potato, we blanched our beans, we even marked our steak, so all we had to do was put it in the oven. But we're going to go ahead and go through the demonstration of how to put it all together, complete with a gourmet restaurant style sauce that is thanks to new technology from Knorr or Swanson or any of those other products putting out what is called the gloss tablet now. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to take our potato, and this is going to be our landing. Our landing is the bottom of the plate. Now we boiled this whole the night before and we left it to get solid again. We're going to take a couple of these, cut it just like that, not too thick, not too thin. Don't need this, so we'll put it up, fan it out right here. We have a little olive oil and a little salt and pepper. Okay, so like I said, these are already cooked. We're going to get our pan hot over here. And the great thing about this pan that we have, I love it, is if you don't want to fire up the grill, we used to sell these all the time where I used to work. These are called grill pans, and these are Teflon pans. You can get cast iron grill pans too as well. And we're going to start our potatoes in there. It's going to be a little grilling process going on for flavor and also less fat. We have another little trick here, a sweet Bermuda onion. Again with the olive oil. And you want to be a little bit liberal on the olive oil because you don't want that onion to dry out. We're going to take it over to the grilling pan too. Now this is going to take a little bit of time to cook, okay? Probably about 5-6 minutes to heat up. But we have our oven warm so that when we do have this ready and are ready to assemble our plate, all we have to do is take everything out of the warm oven, put it on the plate, serve dinner, and we're done. We'll be back in just a second. I'll show you how to make that fabulous restaurant quality sauce. Okay, we're back again. As I promised, we're starting that restaurant quality professional sauce. We've taken some bacon lardons, just slices of your everyday normal bacon, and we're crisping them in the pan. This is doing two things. First of all, it's giving us great flavor, and it's creating a little fond on the bottom of the pan. As you see here, we've got our cut of steak grilling on the same pan that we did our potatoes and our onions just a minute ago. This is just a sirloin steak. Okay, you can use tenderloin, you can use New York strip, you can use ribeye. You can put chicken on this if you want to. But we are doing a steak dish. The sirloin steak has a hearty tooth to it. I like the flavor. As long as you cut against the grain, it's going to be a tender steak, okay? So look, our bacon is ready to go. Now, we're cooking light, so what are we going to do? We're going to take this oil out, okay? And you guys, a little drain of oil back here, and now here's where the magic comes. We're going to do a little bit of minced garlic and this Knorr tab of beef gloss that I told you about that I got from the store. You dilute it with a little bit of water, okay? Cooking for two, just try to dilute it, okay? It's going to be cooking there. We're going to add a little bit of red wine just for flavor. We've got our whisk, and that is just going to dissolve in that, and we're going to reduce it. Now you can thicken it up with a little bit of cornstarch, at the very end, or just a couple little tablets of butter and flour mixed together. But we are going to let all that cook and dissolve, and that's going to turn into a lovely, lovely sauce that's going to go fantastic over the steak. As you see, we've got our steak grilling here. That's going to be fantastic. We're going to cook it medium rare. All right, here we have our sauce. We're going to add in some sun-dried tomatoes right now, and we've got our green onions. Now, as always, you need to taste what you're cooking, okay? If it's a little too salty for you, you can dilute it with some more water, okay? I haven't found these to be salty at all. So, we're going to get our cornstarch in just a second. We're going to thicken it up. We're going to let our steak rest, and then we're going to throw together a beautiful vinaigrette green bean vegetables for our side. See you in a second. Okay, we're back. We've got our steak resting over there. It's ever so important when you cook a big piece of meat to let it rest for 5 or 10 minutes after you cook it. That allows all the juices to come back together and not to bleed onto your plate. We have our sauce reduced right here, and we are going to thicken it up with a little bit of cornstarch. But what I did was, instead of using water, I thinned the cornstarch out with wine. Now, those of you who don't work a lot with cornstarch need to understand your cornstarch should be about the consistency of heavy cream, okay? Not too watery, but not plaster Paris thick. And of course, if you get your sauce too thick, just put a little bit of water in it, but make sure you have a controllable heat in order that you're not reducing. Now, our green onion goes in last, right there. And we are ready for our sauce to be put on the steak. So we're going to take that off the heat. We're going to throw together our green beans. We cooked them from the night before. We julienned a little bit of yellow squash and the plum tomatoes. Now again, cooking light, but you don't want to kill the flavor. We're going to do it with a little bit of olive oil and a vinaigrette. You can get a light vinaigrette. I like Paul Newman's off the shelf again. Anything you like for that flavor is super. So let's start that. A little bit of olive oil. Pan is hot, as you can see. We've got all our vegetables in there. Just going to give them a quick saute, okay? We don't need any salt or pepper or anything with this because the vinaigrette is going to add a natural flavor to that. It's going to be fabulous. Take that off. Put it onto our side plate so we stop the cooking. And we're going to come back to that because we are ready to assemble our dish. That would be great right there just as a salad. So here we go. We have our steak that we've allowed to rest. We've got our knife. And we're going to get our landing that we talked about. Okay. Not too hungry, just put one potato. But here's the hidden little secret. Put that steak, that slice of that Bermuda onion right there, okay? And we're going to cut against the grain on our steak. As we said, this is rare because I like it rare. You can have it any temperature you want. Cutting thin pieces. Take that out of the way. We're going to put our fresh salad of green beans, squash, tomatoes, just there right on the side. Whoop! No, we won't use that one. Ready to go. And we're just going to layer that steak right over the top. Maybe do one like this. Come over to our sauce. And it's going to go right on the top. Not too much. There you go. Okay? So, you have a simple little summertime special that is sure to please everybody. Grilled potato planks. You can use sweet potatoes if you want to. You've got the vinaigrette green bean salad, the rare sirloin, and the restaurant quality sauce made by you in your own kitchen. Bon appetit. And come by and see us at Walton. Have a good day.